Hello beer troopers and welcome to yet another Versus Beers with me, Peter, the master of Hoppets. Today, pitting up two lagers against each other with New Zealand hops from the UK. Got these two cans of Pilsner from a very nice webshop you guys probably know if you're in Denmark called Ølkassen. I got this one on there, along with a few other beers. Actually, I like this one, sitting right here. So it'll be fun to try these. I love Pilsners. As you know, I've become a big lager drinker. And I love New Zealand hops. But for me, when you use these really cool, fun hops in lagers, they should be in moderation. It shouldn't be so that the given beer turns into like what you call an India Pale Lager. You don't want that. You want like the subtleties of the style still, but with some of the flavor components of the given hops. So we got two beers from the UK, and I think this was from when a lot of UK brewers went to New Zealand, and also Danish brewers and whatnot from around Europe to select hop crops, and that's how these came to be. So I'm not sure how fresh they are, because I didn't check. I just saw them, and I wanted to try them because I wanted some craft lager. And we got the hand-selected hops Pilsner NC 2020 hops from Cloudwater, with hand-selected 2020 Pacific Jade from New Zealand. And we got Luna from Track Brewing Company with organic Nelson Sauvin and Hallertau Blanc on 5%. So, okay, Hallertau Blanc, it's German. But still, we got some New Zealand stuff in here. I thought it would be fun to pit them against each other and see which one I preferred. So, yeah, in terms of ABV, the Luna is 5% and the Pilsner from Cloudwater, the New Zealand Pilsner, is 4.6%. So I think we'll start off with that one. Also, the most hazy of the two. The most, I guess, non-Pilsner looking beer of the two. I just still got some decent clarity. It's maybe a bit of hop haze and maybe a bit of chill haze. It could be particulates. You never really know. But a lightly hazy golden yellow color. It looks like what you want. White head. Now let's just quickly see here if we got any info on malts on this. No, it just says, it's a style that provides space to showcase hop varietals that are subtle in character and is perfect choice for punctuating more assertive beers with its bright light and refreshing qualities. So I guess this might be a series, to be honest. Tufts of Twine in Upper Moutere. I wonder if that's the name of the series. It says there on the side because there's just so many things on here. I'm guessing it's just called hand-selected hop Pilsner, to be honest. It's quite hard to figure out if you just look at the label. But yeah, it looks nice to see all the aroma. White head on there. Yeah, it smells like they definitely underplayed it a bit, which is nice. I'm getting like very bright citrus vibes. Citrus peel and pith. But I'm getting like a very, very like sweet, slightly corny aroma. Like almost like sweet corn. I don't think it's diacetyl, because sometimes people cite like sweet corn. If you get that sweet corny thing, it can be like diacetyl, DMS type flavors. And I'm not entirely sure if that's the case, but it just really smells like sweet corn. It could also just be a grain profile from the Pilsner malt. Not super assertive hop character, mostly like citrus and slightly grassy, and also a little bit peppery. But let's give it a taste, guys. Cheers, and thanks to Ølkassen for the beer. That's a interesting hop combo or hop flavor. I actually didn't expect that. I expected it to be much more citrusy and bright. Does it also taste slightly oxidized? It says 2020. I think it was canned on the 29th of October. So it's not, of course, dead fresh, but still quite decent, in terms of freshness. It has like this interesting, it's like a combo of sweet corn and then like earthy, peppery, spicy hops and then like a little bit of citrus. It's nice and dry, that's good, but it also has like a little bit almost like Czech style sweetness. I think it's a bit all over the place, to be honest. It's not a bad Pilsner, but I've certainly had better craft brewed examples of the style. What it really could be without is that sweet corn kind of flavor in there. I don't want that in Pilsner. I just want like that really nice bone dry Pilsner with snappy bitterness and dryness and like bright flavors. That's what I want. Yeah, just like a very subtle malt backbone. But it's still decent for what it is. The only thing that could be maybe considered by some as off flavor is that kind of sweet corn thing. But again, it's also not a super fresh can. So, but let's move on over to Luna, the organic Nelson Sauvin and Hotel Blanc Pilsner. No info really on just barley and organic hops. Organic barley and organic hops, so I guess this is organic beer. They do not say it's like 100% organic. Probably because Hotel Blanc isn't organic. Or maybe they are, I don't know. 5%, Track Brewing. We haven't brewed too much Track Brewing beer on the channel, but a little bit. Let's check it out here. So this one looks much more like what I would like to see in this style. And also when I poured this, the head on the Cloudwater beer was a little bit flimsy. Okay, it's a bit hard to generate now because the glass was quite full. But it has a much tighter head. It looks much more like what you want to see in this style. And look how pin bright it is. Pin bright and yellow. I'm already swirling up some head right here that looks much, much better. Look at that. Now that looks like a nice glass of Pilsner. Like this one can swirl up a bit, but it's a bit more bubbly. This is much more dense. But just appearance-wise, this looks better. But we'll see what we think. Let's check out the aroma. Yeah, it's much more bright. And you can definitely smell that it's new school hops. But it's definitely subdued. So Hotel Blanc is a German attempt at making somewhat new school hop. And you got Nelson. And Nelson is 100% there with like a gooseberry thing. But mostly only gooseberry and hints of white grape. And it's super light. It's just like a very light brightness. Otherwise it's like really zesty and really lemony and limey. Which is, it smells really nice. It smells much more bright and refreshing. And then it has that, you know, Hotel Blanc also has that grape thing. So it's like, it's grape on grape. But because of the noble hop heritage of Hotel Blanc, it has some of that spiciness underneath. And like that peppery noble hop vibe, which kind of cuts some of the more modernized flavors. It smells really nice. See, canning date on this one. This is older. This is from August, but it smells much better. You know, I also thought I picked up a little bit of a papery thing on this, maybe slightly oxidized. I'm not entirely sure. That could be the case. Let's give this one a taste, guys. It smells very nice. Cheers. Much better. Much, much, much better. Wow, what a difference. I will say though, this has less mouthfeel than the Cloudwater. If we could just like mix those two, like the mouthfeel and everything, the hop character on this with this. Yeah, it might have a slight oxidized flavor. Like slight oxidized hoppiness, especially when you have this one that's just like so pin bright. I'm not entirely sure. It could also just be like a very, like it's almost like hop pellet like, but slightly papery. So it could just be like a very intense, aggressive, leafy hop flavor from the was it Pacific Jade hop, whereas this is just, you know, it's a bit more bright. This is a total crusher. This one from Track, super light, crisp maltiness, almost gearing towards a Helles, because it's actually not that bitter. I would want some more bitterness on it. They don't state IBUs, but this one has a bit more of a snappy bitterness than this one. I could crush this all day. This is quite nice. Yeah, my only beef on this really is that it lacks a bit of bitterness. And that would help make it a bit more robust, because it's very light and delicate compared to this. Like this has a little bit of robustness, and there is a little bit in the bitterness. I mean, there is a little bit on the aftertaste, but I could use a little bit more snap. Definitely tastes like a very well brewed Pilsner. That's definitely easily the winner, Luna. It's the first time in a long time I also pick up a Cloudwater beer, actually. It's nice. It's not a bad Pilsner, but it's certainly not my favorite craft brew one. But this Luna is very, very nice. Really drinkable, really refreshing. Just easy, enjoyable stuff.
Rating for Luna, straight 90. Just a bit more bitterness would be really nice, and a bit more mouthfeel. Whereas the hand-selected hop Pilsner here from Cloudwater is going to be like an 86, maybe 87, maybe even 85. Actually, I would rather pick up some, more old school brewers lagers from Germany than this. I'd rather go pick up actually a Danish, well, a regional brewed beer, not a macro really, but a Hurgabeyer. I would rather drink that than this. That's like 10 crowns a bottle, and this was like 40. But it's also, got hops from New Zealand, it's craft breweries, budgets, whatever. I know we can always talk about price, but this is a bit disappointing. I'd go like 3.5 on Untappd, I think. Yeah, I think an 85 is good. A straight 90 for Luna. This is total crusher. Again, it's a bit Helles-like, more so than Pilsner maybe, because it's not that bitter, but very nice. Kind of like a very hoppy Helles. And again, it's not overdone in the modern hop aspect. So if you guys had a chance to try either of these two, let me know what you thought of them. The New Zealand Hop Select Pilsner from Cloudwater and Luna from Trek. Very nice British lagers. Hopefully we'll still be able to get a good amount of British beer. I know Putty is making its way over to Europe very soon, I think like next week. I hope with the whole Brexit situation we'll still see a lot of the UK brewed craft beer, because there's some great brewers out there. But I had really already heard shitty things about it, especially with web shops and everything not shipping to the UK anymore, and vice versa. But these were fun. If you like lagers, I'd definitely try and get these two, and maybe do a little better like I did. For sure, for me, this is the winner. Maybe not for you. Let me know if you've had either of these two. And as always, guys, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And check out Ulrikessen. The link for the shop is down below. And I want to say cheers in my favorite. And see you guys in another beer review, or versus beers, or other stuff on the channel. Cheers.